And I've never said Israel runs everything or is the worst thing in the world or, it's one monolithic thing. I'm not even against Israel's existence. But now Israel is trying to get us into a full war with Iran and by extension Russia and China. And Israel is exerting itself. You see all the signs. So now I'm like, yeah, Israel is making a move on America. China's been the main threat. But now Israel is so heavily engaged here that I've got to just say I'm a loyal American. And yeah, Israel's trying to move on America. So, and it's clear, all the evidence points towards Israel, Netanyahu using threats of what's in the file. Not that Trump did something, but he's been in reports the FBI put out. Something is there. And I told you over a week ago, I said, it's Trump, not Bondi, not Patel, not Bongino doing this. It's Trump. And Trump on Truth Social and now in statements have said, yeah, it's me. I want to move on. I want this shut down. So they are trying to blackmail Trump, and he's acting like they've got something. So I just have to be honest about it. And I'm going to play a clip here in a moment, or I'll post it here in the same post after this live feed, of Benny Johnson knocking out of the park today and saying, you better have press conferences. You better explain how the judicial, legislative, and executive process works out. You better explain how investigations work. You better explain that the files are with the prosecution in New York where Epstein died. You better explain that you recommend cases. You don't run cases. He's absolutely right. What Benny Johnson said is true. And then what Glenn Beck said, he said, listen, we can't lose our soul over this. Yeah, we get Trump's doing a lot of good, but we know this is all there. We know that there was blackmail. We know there were intelligence agencies. We know this video of him from around the corner doesn't show that he didn't kill himself. We know this, so you're insulting our intelligence. And then to imply we want child porn released, as Bonnie and others have done, is just totally outrageous. So that's where I am on this right now. And I'll play the Beck clip, or post a Beck clip here as well. But then you've got Charlie Kirk, who I think is a great guy and so much to get Republican voters on. I love him. He's like, I trust Trump. I trust the administration. I'm not asking any more questions. And I'm not talking about Epstein anymore. Well, that's the message I reported last week. The Carl Seraphin, I got him reports myself from people, but he also had his reports and some public reports of major talk show hosts, influencers getting calls saying your access can be cut off at the White House, Susie Wall stuff, if you don't stop, and the FBI calling people. Well, that's a cover-up. So we don't want to be aiding the Democrats here, but we're not in a cult like Democrats that go along with corruption. So here's Benny Johnson. I'll post it in this, under it. Here is Beck. Benny Johnson keeping his soul, Beck keeping his soul. And I'm not saying Charlie Kirk's losing his soul here, but I'm not going to question my friends. I mean, if my wife didn't show up for 2 days and just showed back up at the house, I'd say, where you been? If I had a business partner I'd known for 20 years, a great person, all of a sudden a bunch of money's messing up, I'd say, where the money is. I mean, when people start telling you don't ask questions, you got a problem. Remember all the New York Times articles and Washington Post articles? Asking questions is bad. Doing your own research is bad. No, it's good. So I don't want to be focused on this. But everything Trump and them have done the last few months with Bongino and them, like during the headlights on that Fox interview, has triggered all this. And I said, like, if you want it to go away or you don't think you can prosecute people or it's a national security issue, I'm not defending that, but I understand that. Just shut up. Shut up. Instead, Trump, hey, I've done a great job. True Social, leave it alone, drop it. They're going to have congressional hearings now. They're coming after you. I've never seen such a self-inflicted wound. So Benny Johnson nails it. Glenn Beck nails it. And Charlie Kirk, I'm just not going to question my friends. And I understand that thought process. I don't agree with it, but hey, Trump's doing so much good. We've seen him try to kill him, all we've been through. I'm just not going to stay focused on this. Well, I don't want to stay focused on it. But then Trump's administration, the DOJ, comes out Friday and blocks a federal court ruling and his own HHS and FDA and EPA trying to ban fluoride in the water. It says we're keeping it in the water. And by the way, we're going to bring up mRNA shots. Well, fuck that. And again, Trump, I was a total cheerleader a few months ago. I was like, God, Jones is a cult member. It was all basically good, like 99%. I was like, this is insanely good. Bam, bam, defend. And Homan and all the arrested child traffickers. It's just beautiful. And then now things are moving in the wrong direction from perfect to me. And I'm like, stop. We're the constituents. We have a right to do this. We have a duty to do this. So I am beyond blown away. I am beyond concerned. And they are clearly with Maxwell right at the right time. I'll give you the list. I thought it didn't exist. And as if you believe anything from her. And again, the Democrats have had the files forever, which this DOJ under Trump had to go seize and get, which we broke with Boyle, the FBI whistleblower, the day before that came out. So I want to believe in Trump, and the jury's out right now, but this is a fiasco of fiascos. So no, I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to stop asking questions. And I wish Trump would stop telling people to stop asking questions. Do you know how this Streisand effect works? I mean, I hate to be giving you advice how to cover something up. I don't even want to do that, but it's like, what are you doing? It's like they say who the gods would destroy, they first make mad. And as our founders said, we can never be overtaken from outsiders. We have to destroy ourselves from within. And I know the Democrats are pure evil, and I just need Trump not to behave like he is. That's my report. Here's the different spectrums: Benny Johnson, Glenn Beck, and then Charlie Kirk saying, time to shut up. Well, sorry, Charlie. I love you to death, but I'm not about to shut up on anything. Follow me on X Real Alex Jones. Infowars.com/show. And I got to say, Elon a few months ago bringing this up, saying, Trump's in there. Everybody's like, screw him. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You think he would give up all that influence, everything he was doing, everything he sacrificed for no reason? No, I think Elon got showed some really bad stuff. And I'm not saying that it's Trump did something, but it's that somehow these powerful corporate leaders convinced Trump that it would crash the stock market or something if they brought this out, which I can get that argument. Don't agree with it, but I get the argument. And Elon's like, I'm out. Well, I'll tell you, just like Beck said, about to say, I'm out too. You better get ahead of this, Trump, because we need you. But we sure as hell ain't going down with you. We sure as hell, by extension, aren't joining the globalists in this operation. Because if we cover this up, we now are guilty as accessories after the fact. And my soul ain't for soul. My soul is not for sale. It's like Tony Montana says, there's two things in this world, my word and my balls, and I ain't breaking them for nobody. He also says no women, no kids. That's my rule as well. God bless you all.